Right, on to gasless. I've got the machine set 55 amps and 17 volts. Nearly picked the wrong torch up. So this is gasless, and I've just realised it's my first demonstration with gasless because I only used this for the first time about 6 months ago. So I've moved the camera down there, so hopefully you can see the trailing angle. Now with slag you drag, so I'll be travelling that way. So, eyes. So sooner than scrape the slag off that, I'm going to try an old manual metal arc trick and put the next bead on top of that slag, because it's very thin anyway. Eyes. Just turn the fan on to get rid of the smoke from the gasless. Eyes. Again. Right. I'm having difficulty seeing. So what we'll do, we'll let that cool and I'll drag all the slag off. Right, it's cooled off slightly and I've dragged or cleaned the slag off. I might put a manual metal arc down on that later with the Andeli. What you got to remember is that weld there, the gas I haven't used paid for the wire, roughly. Remember I used to work for a gas company, so bit of a wobble there with the straight beads, but straight beads are not easy. And what I would suggest you do is, if you've got plate like I've got, run the brush over it and clean it so you don't get too much scale. So when my wife's back, I've been summoned to go and collect her, I'll get her to film a weave, the pores at each side, and then I'll bolt all this together, all of the edits, and then put that out later on. I hope it's of use. Oh, and my begging for people to sign up, I'm sorry to do it, but there's a couple signed up already, so thank you very much. Welcome back. We're going to continue with these weaves. I'll get my wife in to photograph it, and she's going to look from the other end down at that so you can see the weave action. What I've done, I've lowered the welding current and put down a peaky bead because the plate got so hot. It just gives me that one. I'll put a solid wire down, and that one I'll do a cord. I don't know what it'll work, but we'll try it anyway. So what I've done, I've dropped down to, the machine tells me I'm going to be welding 2mm thick, 79 amps roughly, or 80 amps. But I've cut it down so that the plate doesn't get too hot and you can see the actions taking place. So we'll see how it goes when I get the camera woman out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That's the gasless before cleaning. So what I'll do, I'll get the rotary brush on that. So, well, the results are in. That's gasless beads to there. That's solid wire with Argoshield 20 or 20% CO2. I've had a wobble there. That's MIG weave. That's the MIG weave my wife's just filmed. And she just complained I burnt a cardigan and she was wearing Crocs. And that is the gasless weave, which I've never done before. But I'll tell you what, that was easier than putting this down. I was going to do some more, but I've just found out I've got conjunctivitis, hence I've got sore eyes. So I might knock the art processes on for a week or so. I've just bought a load of lead, £40 weight of lead. I might have a go with that. So I hope this has been of use. I'm impressed. I love the gasless. I hadn't found it till 6 months ago. So I hope this has helped as an introduction to putting beads on a plate, and then all you've got to do is transfer that into joints, which we'll cover in the future. And with these weaves, I don't know if you ever watch a bloke called Cletus McFarlane. He's into cars and he's bought a racetrack. And he did one of these races where you go around the track 500 times or something. And he crashed. But he said he should have zigged instead of zagging, or he should have zagged instead of zigging. So you can look at these weaves as zigging and zagging. Just imagine going around a racetrack 500 times. Anyway, I hope this is of use. Thanks for those people who are signing on or subscribing. I remember what the word is. Oh, and I've also put a clip of my wife in, the way she postures herself filming. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. Happy welding.